Okay, so to get started, my name is David Lewis. I'm with AW Specialty Papers. We are master distributors for a number of products, some of which we'll be talking about today. Appreciate the opportunity to have to join with Cheryl and her group and to put this webinar on. This sublimation webinar is what we're going to be talking about today. Cheryl, why don't you take a moment and tell us all a bit about SEP's graphics?
Well, hey, everybody. Glad you could join us. I hope you'll learn something today. We've been in business since 1988. We're a wholesaler, dealer. We're here to help you make money. And anytime you have a question, you need something, you can't find it, all you have to do is give me a call or email me. That's what we're here for. But we're here in the business for you to make money and to try to find the newest, greatest things out there, something offering you a new opportunity to to offer your customers something to get out there and to make some money.
Cheryl, what's your website name?
sepsgraphics.com. SEPSGRAPHICS.com.
SEP's Graphics. Cool. All right. Where are you located?
We're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. So you guys, you've been getting a lot of rain lately with the.
Actually, no, we didn't get any of the tropical storm rain. We need it desperately, but we didn't get any. We were hoping.
Welcome to summer in Alabama, right?
Yeah, high humidity and high numbers, no doubt.
Absolutely. Well, Cheryl, again, thanks for the opportunity to spend some time with you and with your customers. So today we're going to be talking about a couple of different products. You know, one of the ones I want to start with is this Jet Coal DHS. Jet Coal is a product that Neenah sells. And Neenah is one of the largest paper manufacturers or paper mills in the country. Recently, Neenah purchased a Dutch company called Coudenhove, who has been making sublimation for so many years, it could be 1,000. I mean, literally, they've been over there making sublimation paper in the Netherlands for, I guess, about as long as sublimation has been around. They're one of the leading companies in terms of the highest quality sublimation papers that are on the market, but they really haven't had the kind of exposure, if you will, into the market as they now have the opportunity with the purchase by Neenah. So Neenah has taken the Coudenhove product line, and one of the first things that they're coming out with is this DHS product. So this is a sheeted sublimation paper. So in other words, most of the products that Coudenhove has manufactured over the years have been sublimation rolls for the large format printers. They've taken this really super high quality sublimation paper and they've converted it into sheets of various sizes. There's also rolls of it available as well, and have now brought this to the market with the goal of going after, for instance, the Sawgrass or the various sublimation printers that are out there, and to bring the quality and capability that this product offers at a competitive price to some of the other products that are currently on the market. So we're really excited about this product, and I think we've got some really nice, cool stuff to show you about it. So that's sublimation onto polyester, your traditional, sublimation method. Now, some of the newest technology in the market today is involving the sublimation onto non-polyester substrates, cotton. How do you sublimate onto cotton? There are a few products that are available in the market. Most of them are really quite new because this is a new technology. And there's several things that you can look forward coming down the line. Excuse me. Several things coming down the line as well that's even going to expand this capability. Today, we're going to be focusing on a few products that are manufactured by a company called Forever. Forever is based in Germany, and they have these three: the Subliflex 202, the Sublilight, and the Sublilight Glitter. These are products that give you the ability to print on your sublimation printer and then to be able to transfer that onto cotton and other substrates other than polyester. So we look forward to talking about those as well. Again, for those of you who have recently joined, we're going to be paying close attention to the chat window. We already have a few questions on there. I want to encourage you to post your questions. If I can't get to them as we're going through this webinar, we certainly will get to them towards the end. So feel free to post the questions. And what, again, as I was saying, with this meeting format, maybe questions that other people post will prompt some thoughts from your side as well. Okay, so let's get started with the jet coal product. And jet coal, let's get ready to rumble. We've done some tests with the jet coal versus the leading product on the market right now, which is Beaver's Text Print. And let me tell you, jet coal has won hands down. It's amazing the difference with these. These two products have probably represent, the biggest share of the sublimation market, both in terms of the really high quality stuff that Cold and Hove is already doing in the market for roll fed. And of course, Beaver, tends to have the lead in terms of the sheet products. But the difference is phenomenal between them. And that's what we want to talk about here today. So first of all, what we've done to do this test is that we've printed these literally color profile test charts, because we felt that those would be the best way to really measure the difference in what the two products could do. We're using the Sawgrass printer. We printed these with the standard SubliJet inks, so the inks that, the sublimation inks, and we printed them exactly the same. The only difference is that for each of them in the VPM software, we selected the jet coal profile for printing the jet coal, and we selected the text print profile for printing the text print products. This is where it gets really interesting. The jet coal product has a pressing time indication of just 30 seconds. Imagine that, 30 seconds pressing time. We press both products, same temperature, the same pressure. For these tests, we use these polyester coated metal plates, aluminum plates, so that we could get, really a consistent result that would be comparable between each different product. And we press them both first in the 30-second category, and then we press them both at the 60-second category. 60 seconds is what the manufacturer suggestions are for the text print product. So the same heat press, same print, same inks, same temperature, same pressure, everything the same between the both of them. The only difference in the time of pressing. So here's our results. So if you press the text print here for the 30-second period, you can see, it's pretty light compared to the fullness of color that you have with the jet coal product. And this was really the first amazing thing, is the fact that, 30 seconds and you've got this full color of transfer, and you can really, see it here, because this is the text print sheet. So all the color that's not on there is on here. And actually this one is from the 60-second pressing. But, you can see why in the jet coal, all the color on the sheet is on the metal. So if you look at these real close, you'll see that, you've got such deep, dark colors in the dark areas. You've got really fullness of colors in the lighter areas. So you really got a huge color gamut with the 30-second pressing using the jet coal DHS versus what you would get if you press this at 30 seconds. Well, let's see what the difference would be if we compared 60 seconds of text print with 30 seconds of jet coal. And that's what this sheet actually represents is, yeah, these two sheets here. So this one is the 60 seconds of text print. And again, see the color is still on the sheet. And so the color gamut of the jet coal at 30 seconds is even higher than the color gamut of text print at 60 seconds. So pressing this for half the time gives you even better color than pressing the text print for the full period of time. So what does this mean? Well, pretty simple. Well, if I can do in 30 seconds what I'm currently doing in 60 seconds, I'm going to double my profit. And that's what the name of the game is. Faster production time means more profit. Larger color gamut means better quality to your customers, happier customers. And these two products are priced about the same. Priced the same, faster, better. Well, why not go with the jet coal? It's absolutely, it's a tremendous product. I think it's really going to make a huge, huge difference in the market. Okay, so that's our product for sublimation printing onto polyester. The next thing that we want to get into is this new market segment for printing onto non-polyester options. You know, how do we sublimate printing onto cotton? Well, the first product that we want to talk about with that is the SubliFlex 202. It is a print and cut product which you can sublimate, print, cut, and then apply it to dark or black cotton. And I'm going to let my friend Rasha tell us how this works.
Hey everybody, I'm Rasha Basari, and today I am here to show you how you guys can make this shirt using the SubliFlex 202 by Forever. The SubliFlex 202 is a cold peel transfer media. It has a polyester coating allowing it to be used on both 100% light and dark cotton, and dark cotton is actually what we will be using today for our demonstration. And because SubliFlex 202 has a white layer to it, we will need to cut and read our design before the application process. And to do that, we will be using the Cameo 3 by Silhouette cutter. To get started, open up the Silhouette Studio that came with your Cameo 3 cutter. The first thing you want to do is set up your page to match your end goal design idea. To do this, bring your cursor over to the right side of the studio where you see tabs aligned vertically. Click on the first one that says Page Setup. A window will pop up right next to it. There, you will be able to customize the size of your design area. We will be using the 8.5 by 11 letter size. You will see a red outline for the dimensions on the design mat here. This helps you keep your design within the bounds of your media size. Next, you want to right-click on the design area and select registration marks. You will see cross-hatched marks show up along here. This is to help the machine indicate where it needs to be in respect with your design. Now you are ready to import or create your design in Silhouette Studio. What you can do is just drag and drop your design into the mat area. Once you have your design, you will want to right-click and select Flip Horizontally. This will mirror your image for when you print and for the application process. We are using the Sawgrass SG800. To print on there, you must select the Virtuoso Print Manager in the printer setting. Select Print and the manager will open up. We have the Forever Edition, which includes the SubliFlex, SubliLight, and SubliGlitter. For this media, we chose the SubliFlex option. Remember not to mirror the image since it's already mirrored, and select Print. When the print comes out, be careful not to touch the image and wait for it to dry as it does come out a bit wet. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for our part 2 where I show you how to cut your design next. Hello everybody, I'm Rasha Basari and welcome to part 2 of this demonstration using SubliFlex 202 by Forever. If you have not seen part 1 yet, make sure to watch that video first. Before we can cut, we need to trace our design. The fourth icon on the right is the trace panel. A window will open up and then you can click on the Select Trace area. Your cursor will become a plus sign, and that indicates you are ready to trace. To do so, you want to click on the matte area and drag over the entire design. A gray box will appear as you are moving. Back in the trace panel, you can adjust the threshold and trace settings to get the results best for you. Because I only wanted the outline of the image, I selected the outer edge to be cut rather than everything within the design itself. I want the shirt to have white text as well, so I just added clear text that says coffee using the text tool and adjusted the font into the style that I was going for. An issue I encountered is that sometimes trace can end up being larger than the actual design. This will cause the Cameo 3 to cut outside your image and retain some of that white layer. To minimize that risk, you can use the offset tool found on the bottom right that looks like a star-shaped icon. Once it opens up, select the internal offset and adjust the direction to make the trace bigger or smaller in diameter than the image. Click on the top right tab that says Send to begin cutting.
For the Sublimation 202 media, the heat transfer smooth material type setting is what we are using. When selected, the blade setting changes to the number 2. If you are not using an auto blade, you will need to adjust it to that setting manually.
To prepare your Cameo 3 and media to be cut, place your print onto the mat provided by Silhouette. Make sure the media is in line with how it looks in the studio. Use the measurements on the mat to help you. Place the mat into the Cameo 3. The blue triangles on the side and top are indicators of where the mat should go. Click Send. It will ask you if you want the image to be mirrored or sent as is. We will send it as is since we already flipped it horizontally earlier. While the Cameo 3 cuts, back in the studio, you can see a timer that indicates the approximate time remaining. This design doesn't take more than a minute to cut. The more intricate a cut is, the longer it takes. And the speed settings in the Send tab also play a role in duration. When the Cameo is done, an unload button will pop up. Click it and it will release your media. When it comes to weeding, a good tip that I was taught is to weed your design from the inside out. This will prevent your actual design from coming off, especially if you have small details. Once you have all the negatives removed, you are ready to press. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for part 3 where I show you how to apply your design onto a garment. Hello everybody, I'm Rasha Basrawi and welcome to part 3 of this demonstration using Sublimation 202 by Forever. If you have not seen part 1 or 2 yet, make sure to watch those videos first. For our garment, we will be using a 100% dark cotton t-shirt. Place the shirt on the heat press and press it down for 5 seconds to get rid of humidity. Place the design where you want it and place 10 sheets of normal paper on top of it for added pressure. Do this for 15 seconds at 380 degrees Fahrenheit at medium pressure. Because Sublimation 202 is a cold peel, remove it from the heat press and wait until it cools down. Remove the film from the shirt. You will see the design is white. This is how the media transfers over due to that polyester base. This is also why we go back to press it a second time to sublimate the design with the shirt and bring out the colors. Repress the shirt for 30 to 60 seconds at 380 degrees Fahrenheit and add parchment paper or silicone paper over it. Once that's done, remove the parchment paper in a smooth motion. Sublimation 202 is a sublimation printable transfer media that opens the door to decorating both dark and light cotton. In the next video, we will be exploring its washability. Hello everybody, I'm Rasha Basrawi and welcome to part 4 of this series.
One of the most common questions we always get is about washability and durability. As a result, we have an ongoing wash project with all of our transfer media that involves a control shirt that is unwashed, a light wash which is inside out with a delicate cycle in cold water and drip dried. This is a normal factory recommended wash settings. We also have a normal wash which is a warm wash cycle and a warm dry cycle, the most common method used by end purchasers, and a heavy wash which is cotton, hot water wash and fast spin cycle followed with a hot full term dry, the really worst case. Here are the initial results of including the Sublimation 202 in this wash series. One condition we observed with the Sublimation 202 was during the first normal or heavy wash cycle. If the shirts were left in the dryer and not immediately removed, we did notice some sticking of the design to each other. So if you are going to put this in the dryer, you should remove it immediately after the cycle ends, or better yet, use the recommended light wash setting for at least the first wash. We also noticed minor cracking on the heavy wash shirt. No cracking was found on the other groups. What this shows is that if you wash the shirt with the light or medium settings, they will last longer than the heavy.
Thank you for watching.
So here's the shirt that we did with the heavy wash setting. Really nice durability with this. You know, one of the things that that we did encounter with this product that we want you to be aware of is that if on the first wash, so if you use the manufacturer's instructions, which say a light wash with cold water and then a drip dry, you're perfectly fine. If you wash it under normal wash conditions or heavy wash conditions, and you put this into the dryer and you run the dryer and let it stop and set in the dryer, when you take it out that first time, we did see a couple of times that the paper or the design could stick to itself. So this only happened on the very first wash. So our recommendation is that regardless of how you want to wash this, is that if you put it in the dryer the first time, you should take it out immediately when it gets dry so it doesn't have a chance to stick to itself. That was the only issue that we saw. Other than that, washability on this is great. It has a nice feel and it works very, very nicely. So this is the Subliflex 202 print and cut solution for cotton. Now, the next thing that people want, you know, is, all right, so I want to sublimate on the cotton, but I also don't want to do any any cutting and weeding, all right? So how do we solve that? Well, this is where our folks at Forever have come in with a couple of new products, Sublilite and Sublilite Glitter. These are no-cut, no-weed solutions for sublimation printing onto cotton or non-polyester substances or substrates. Sorry, no cutting and no weeding. It's a neat solution. It's a one-paper solution, which means there's no marrying like you see on some other products. Has very nice washability. One of the things I'm most impressed about this is the softness of the touch. I wish we could really show you that in the webinar, but I am going to show you the stretchability, vibrant colors, no background. I mean, it's really a nice product, especially when you want to decorate, you know, a variety of different substrates. So with this, you can put it onto, sorry. You can put this onto cotton shirts, bags, hats, a variety of substrates that are not polyester. So to start using this product, the first thing that you need to do is you want to go into your VPM software from Sawgrass, and you want to go into your options and select the additions. And then from there, you need to click Add New Addition, and you type in the word Forever, and that will enable the Forever Edition in the software. No extra charge for that, but when you've selected the Forever Edition, then this adds these new media to your existing VPM software. So now when you're ready to print your design, a couple of things I want to talk about is the artwork that you're using and how these products work. So sublimating onto cotton with no cutting and no weeding means that the ink in the sublimation printer is what actually is doing the cutting and weeding for you. So in order for that to work, you've got to have enough ink on the paper that it can release the polyester layer that's a part of that media, so that both the sublimation ink and the polyester component will transfer onto the garment. Since these printers don't have any white or clear in them, then that means that you have to use solid colors and you want to use colors that don't have tints or gradients. So no photographs, no tints, no gradients, anything like that. You've got to stick with solid color. So here's an example of an image that has, a full set of solid color. Once you've got that, now you're ready to print. So you just print this to your VPM software in the typical fashion. Again, remember to select the Subli Light or the Subli Light Glitter. In this case, we're using the Subli Light media. Mirror the image and then print this to the media on the print side up. Now, important point, again, this works through letting the ink do the cutting and weeding for us. That process works best while the ink is still damp. So you want to make sure that you've got your shirt ready so that when this comes out of the printer, you're ready to apply it. So what do we need to do in that regard? Well, we want to set our temperature to 360 degrees. We put our garment in. We want to press it for seconds. So we would be doing this during the time that the design is printing. And then we'll directly position this, drop it right into position and press it for 30 seconds. And then it's a hot peel. Steady, hot peel. And you'll get beautiful results with this. If you've got the right artwork, you'll get beautiful results with this. You just can't print this with any kind of tints. That's the main thing, is because it requires the ink of the sublimation printer to actually do the cutting and weeding for us. So here's my shirt. Let me just show you what this looks like here, so you can see. I mean, if you could feel this, if that's the one thing that you could do, the softness of this is just incredible. I mean, this is actually softer than a plastisol print. It has no crackling or anything that you would, typically hear in these transfer prints. Stretchability is just tremendous with this. I mean, look at this. I can pull on this and pull on this. I mean, it's just soft. It's really stretchable. Durability is excellent. We've got a wash basket we're going to get to in just a few minutes, and I'm going to let you see my all my washing that we do here on a regular basis. Now, the next product that we want to talk about is the Subli Light Glitter. Now, in the same sense, you want nice, solid designs. So now this particular design, we selected this as a test. This has got a lot of distressed design to it. The colors are all full, solid colors, and the distressed is what gives us some relatively fine detail. We wanted to do that so that we could both show, capabilities and limitations on this product. So we print this in the same fashion, sending it over to the VPM. Once it gets there, then we go in and we select the Subli Light Glitter as the media type. And you print this on the glitter side. So it gives you a nice glitter result. It's kind of cool in that regard. And again, it's the ink that does the cutting and weeding. So in order for that to really work, we've got to apply this as soon as it comes out of the printer. So we go in and we set up our garment in the same fashion as we did before. We put it in, press it for 5 or 10 seconds. And then we're taking our print out of the printer and we're dropping it right into position on the garment. Because remember, it's still damp. So we want to drop it right where we want it to be. And it was beautiful results. It's a really nice glitter look to it. Super nice, super nice. And here's, let me see if I can hold this up where you can really kind of get a sense of the glitter look to it. I mean, a couple of things, that we point out again, you've got this really nice feel to this. So, I mean, it's just, it's incredibly soft how this feels. I mean, I'm just amazed at how soft that it is. We like I said, we did this with this distressed look, and in addition to that, it's probably a little bit easier to see with this really tiny, fine lettering. So this is actually transferring the glitter particles along with the polyester and the sublimation ink onto your garment. And so with the really fine detail, the glitter particles will actually transfer into these real fine areas as well. I mean, you can see that the text is readable, but it has a glitter, inside of that text. So you want to try and when you're using the glitter, you want to try and make sure that you don't have too fine of a detail so that the glitter itself can transfer. But I mean, man, this is nice. It feels great. You've got that great stretchability with this as well. I mean, it's just a really incredible, incredible product for use with sublimation printers onto cotton. Now, let me show you a couple of things just to sort of give you an idea of some of the things that you can and can't do with this, and that is, so we wanted to pick a couple of these different colors of garments just to sort of give you a sense of how these colors would look. Let's get another little close-up view. So here, this is this gray shirt, and you clearly can see the gray pattern inside of the design. So this is certainly usable. And I could even with this in mind, I could even make some adjustments to these colors. The black is deep and dark. Make some adjustments to these colors to make this look even a little better when I'm using it onto a pastel color or something like that. Now, in the case of the glitter, so the glitter has a much higher opacity to it in any case. And so you can see the glitter, it shows the color up very nicely. You can see those glitter particles in there. It really has a nice look to it. All right. So now let's go to one that's a little bit darker. So this is kind of a, I don't know if you'd call that green or tannish, and it still looks, that's pretty nice looking. I could, like I said earlier, I could lighten this color up if I wanted to, take into consideration the background color to give a nice looking design. But I mean, everything said, that looks pretty good on that shirt, doesn't it? I mean, that's nice. And then in the case, again, the glitter, I mean, who wouldn't want to wear something like that on the 4th of July? I mean, it's beautiful. You look again at this nice glitter effect on this. Really is cool looking. All right, so let's go to an even darker shirt. And here, clearly this isn't going to work. So this goes to show you, that you have to use this on a lighter color of garment. No way to fix this. So this just isn't going to work. The glitter, again, the glitter has potential to work as long as, you're really looking for more of the glitter effect than anything else. So you could colorize this, get something, you know, that would be relatively usable on a fairly dark garment, you know, taking into consideration the glitter. And certainly, you know, this shows out more how you'd really want to stay away from these fine details, because although the detail is there, the glitter is as well. All right. So now let's take a minute. Let's look through my my laundry basket here. You know, as Rasha was showing us in the earlier video, you know, we've got this whole set of garments that we're constantly putting through these various wash tests so that we can stay on top of how good these products actually do in the washing machine. So the first batch I'm going to show you is the light setting. So these are the ones that have gone through with a light wash or a cold water wash and a drip dry. Again, the Subli light product here. And on the back of this is the glitter. Now this particular shirt has been through once at this point. So this is a new product. We have this test running all the time. So we will keep updating these as we go along. This is the Subliflex 202 light wash. This one's been through 3 times now, and very nice results with that. Then we get into the some of the other products. So this is the Forever Flex Soft product. This is the metallic colors here. These have been in the wash test for quite some time. So we're up to 17. So this has been through 17 times on these. This is the metallics. I mean, they look good as new. These are the colors. Very nice. All right, so this is the Forever Laser Dark, both rasterized and unrasterized. Again, 17 washes with this. The top one is the rasterized image. The bottom is the unrasterized image. And then this is the light color design, rasterized at the top, and then unrasterized at the bottom. A couple of the other products. This is Nina's Jet Opaque 2. It's been through 17 washes. This is an inkjet print. We were really kind of amazed at how good the quality is and durability is on this product. Excellent. Then this is a competitive product from Shockline. Again, 17 washes on this one. Even in the light wash, you know, it's already starting to show some wear. And then this is Nina's Image Clip Laser Dark. Again, 17 washes and some really considerable. So this has been light wash, so literally cold water wash and hung up, and it's really starting to fade out already. So the next batch in here is what we call our medium wash. So this is a normal wash, warm water wash, and a warm dry. So this is the Subli Light, and this has been through once so far. The Subli Light Glitter. Very nice. Then this is the Subli Flex. It's been through 4 washes. Very nice results with that. And then again, we get into these other ones. Again, we're at 17 washes. Actually, this one's 19 washes on this one. So 19 washes on the Flex Soft normal wash. So this will be a normal wash cycle. And these are in excellent condition. And the colors. The one thing that you'll notice on the colors, all the colors look great. The first one that starts showing is the yellow. So all the other colors are looking good. The yellow is the one that's starting to show some wear and tear after 19 normal washes. Again, the laser dark, 19 washes for that. So the rasterized at the top and the unrasterized at the bottom. So you see the benefit that you gain by doing the rasterization for these laser transfer products. The same thing for the color side, 19 washes. And these are normal washes for these. All right. Then we're back to this. This is the shock line product here. And starting to show a little wear and tear there. Not too awful bad, but then the image clip, dark. That's pretty well worn. The Forever Laser Dark seems to be the real solution for that. So then our last batch is what we call the heavy wash. So these are a full wash cycle with full spin using hot water and a full dry cycle using hot dry. So this is the Sublimation Light here. Looks nice. And the Sublimation Light Glitter. Still looks nice. This is the Sublimation Flex 202. Holding up nicely. This is the Flex Soft here. Again, 19 wash cycles. So this is 19 times through the heavy wash cycle. So this is a full, heavy, hot, dry, like a 60-minute dry cycle. Metallics are incredible. They're just virtually permanent. Colors look good. So now in this, you know, the green, the red, of course, the yellow is substantially gone. You know, these other colors across the top look pretty good. You know, it's just the yellow starting with the greens and the orange, you know, are really starting to show some wear, with again, the yellow being the worst. So heavy duty cycle still looks great. Then we get into the laser dark. Again, we're at 19 times through with this. That's pretty substantial. I mean, that's so this is the rasterized version at the top and the unrasterized version down at the bottom. Certainly, if you're going to put this into heavy duty washing, you're going to want to rasterize the image. No question about it with this. Then with the lighter color design, all right. And then this is the jet opaque. And, you know, if you're going to use that, you can tell that, you know, you definitely don't want to put this into a heavy wash cycle. You know, while it doesn't look all that bad, you know, you're definitely seeing some real wear after 19 times through. Same thing goes for the 3G jet. Actually, the 3G jet holds up even better than the jet opaque does. I mean, you know, frankly, this isn't bad. I mean, for inkjet print, this isn't bad at all, considering 19 times through a heavy duty wash cycle. And then some of the other products that are out there, certainly the shock line product is toast. So that's completely toast. And even more toasty than the shock line is the image clip dark. I mean, it's it's virtually gone. There's just a ghost of an image left in the design. Okay, sort of finishes out our uh, our clothes basket. You know, I take these around with me. I take them home and I run everything through the washer at the house, and I have this going, you know, as sort of an ongoing kind of a project on a day-by-day basis, so that we can, you know, really understand what is happening with these different products in the washer and what you can expect as results on your end. Because, I mean, it's got to be real, it's got to work real, and we've got to have something that we can reference to when people have questions or want to know what's the best product for each different circumstance. Okay, so what have we talked about today? We talked about the Jetco DHS. It is going to be the sublimation paper that you're going to be working with for your sublimation products if you want high productivity. I mean, if you want really nice color, if you want high productivity, if you want to make more money in sublimation, this is going to be the choice to make, the Jetco DHS. If you only have a sublimation printer and you want to do, you know, dark or black cotton shirts, then the Subliflex 202 is clearly going to be the solution for that. Again, it is a print and cut media, but it will give you the ability to print sublimation ink for dark black cotton garments. If you've got a sublimation printer and you want to be able to decorate cotton, light colored or white cotton garments, Sublilight and Sublilight glitter, excellent choices, really excellent choices. The thing that I'm really the most impressed about both of these products is how it feels. Oh my God, it's the softest feeling transfer of pretty much anything that I've tried out there. I mean, if you've got, you know, if your customers want a nice soft feel in their garments, you want nice color in your designs, the Sublilight and the Sublilight glitter are going to be excellent choices for that. You have to remember that you need to have solid color design. So, you know, if you get that product and think that you're going to take a photograph and put that onto a cotton garment, it's not going to work. It absolutely is not going to work. You have to have, you know, typically I would say, you know, vector type designs that are solid fill colors in order to get the best result with both of these products. But with that in mind, these will give you really soft, durable transfers onto cotton. Okay, so how about questions? Do we have any questions out there that we can try and answer for anybody? Yes, so we had a question about the detergents. And, you know, this is an ongoing project. We run these with Tide detergent. It is, you know, it is a full detergent every single wash. Again, like I said, I take these home and I do them. I typically throw them in along with other washing so that, you know, yes, I mean, they're absolutely detergent washed. And if you check some of our other webinars, you know, we kind of go into this. I think we did a webinar with Cheryl a while back where we really went into more detail on the wash cycle that we use with these. But, you know, it's the delicate cycle with drip dry for the lights. It's the normal cycle with the casual setting in the dryer for the normals. And then it's the cotton cycle with the cotton cycle in the dryer as well. So it's a full spin cycle, full hot water and hot dry for the heavy settings. Then we had a question, somebody asked, that they bought the Sawgrass SG800 printer with the ink provided. Now, you know, to say the ink provided isn't really detailed enough. If you're using the SubliJet inks, which to my knowledge are the inks that are provided, then you're ready to go. So as long as you've got sublimation, you know, the Sawgrass sublimation inks in there, you want to install your VPM software. You want to make sure that you update your VPM software to the latest version. And then you want to go in and you want to enable the forever version if you're going to be running the Sublilight or the Sublilight glitter products on that. If you have the latest version of the VPM software installed, you will notice that in your paper settings, you'll see Jetcoal listed. So Jetcoal comes with the standard VPM software with the latest edition for that. Finishing sheets, saw a question on that. You know, we use the parchment sheets. We distribute parchment sheets that we thoroughly test. Cheryl has these on her site. It's a great place to go and get those. And yeah, these when you're doing transfers, you know, a lot of people will try and use a lot of different things. I mean, when you take into consideration, you know, the cost of ink, the cost of paper, the cost of a garment, and then to cut corners on a finishing sheet that might pull up the design, it's crazy. You know, get the good stuff to start with so that you get a good result every time. Yeah, so if you want to use this with the any of the Sawgrass printers, there was a question about older versions of the Sawgrass printers. You know, at this point in time, I won't claim to be an expert on the Sawgrass printer. You know, my expertise to this point has been more in the laser print environment. We're moving now more into sublimation. I understand that if the VPM software supports your printer, so some of the early Ricoh printers, I think, are not supported by the VPM software. But if the VPM software supports your version of the Sawgrass printer, you can upgrade to the latest version of the VPM software, and it will have both the Jetcoal and the Sublimation, Sublilight options in that. So there's a question about rasterizing, and I won't go into a whole lot of detail about that right now. That's something more in the laser print category. It's not something that you typically do in sublimation printers. It's more something that you do when you're printing with the laser printers. I showed a lot of the results of the laser print wash test just simply because they're in my laundry basket here, and I thought it might be interesting for you to see really, you know, what we're doing in that regard. But you can check out some of the laser print webinars for that kind of information. Oh, how was the flag printed in the background? Let's see, which one are you talking about? Yes, this one right here, right. Yeah, so that flag is, again, that's a laser transfer. That was printed on a white toner laser printer. Let's see, any other questions? Okay, so Cheryl has made us a great deal. Let's have a look at the code that she's offering on her site. Be sure that you go to sepsgraphics.com and you put in this code. Cheryl, what can you tell us about your special offer?
This is on any of the products that we've been talking about today. On the Sublilight, the Subliflex, and the Sublilight Glitter, you'll be able to get 10% off at the end when you're going to your checkout. Put that seminar code in. If by some chance it doesn't work, since we mainly process the credit cards, if you'll just put that seminar in the notes section, when it comes over to me, I will take off your discount before we actually process your card and a true order, okay? As I said, we're here to help you. We'd love to work with you. We've been in business since 1988, so hopefully we can be here for a long time to answer your questions. I'm always here. David's able to answer questions if there's any problems. We do what it takes to earn your business.
Excellent, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And let me see, while we keep this up for everybody to jot down this code, I'm going to kind of try and run through a couple more questions that's come up. So there's been a question about the Sublilight glitter. And yes, that paper has a glitter coating. So when you pull the paper out of the box and you look at it, you'll see the glitter on the paper. And the glitter actually is cut and weeded and transferred using the sublimation inks. There's a question about using this with Epson printers. So all of these products that we've talked about today have been optimized for use with the Sawgrass printers. And there's several reasons behind that. The main one is that Sawgrass will do profiling for various papers, and that profiling will, make it easier for users to get the right settings for those papers just by selecting those profiles. And so as a result of that, and the fact that there are so many Sawgrass printers out there, we will, it does make sense to, to first enable them for the Sawgrass settings. With that said, I mean, these are all sublimation products, so they can be used with a variety of sublimation printers. There's just not any preset values for which one to use. So yes, you can use them with an Epson printer. We do have an Epson printer here that we've done some testing with. It does work with the Epson printer. You do have to do some experimenting with the correct settings. We're going to continue that testing on our end and try and generate some additional information to help people get started with the Epson printers. And until we see you next time, have a nice rest of your week. Bye.